Mister, today's topic is on GST, electronic credit ledger reclaim statement. Okay. Now, what is this actually? Why this is coming up? This is very important. The due date is tomorrow. I'll tell you what we have to do. So basically, in my GSTR 3B, okay, there is something called a stable code. Okay, what is the stable code? It is related to my ITC, input tax credit. What I will take. Okay, in this table 4, I have A, 4A. Okay, it is called as ITC available. I mean, ITC claimed. What are the different types of ITC which I can claim? First is import of goods. So if I take IGST, CGST, SGST. This is purely IGST. Okay. 2 is import of service. Okay. This is purely on IGST. I'm just reproducing the table here. First, we should understand the table and then we can tell what has to be done. Then, input tax available under, liable under RCM. So, you have one under all three categories. See, for this liable for RCM, we have to see in GSTR 2B, if the option is option card is supply under RCM as yes, if they are given under in the sense if my supplier has given in his GSTR 1 as reverse charge applicable, then it will hit my 2B as yes. Those transactions will automatically will come here and sit under ITC liable for reverse charge. So even in my table 1, in the sense my table of output, it will show under fourth column RCM. That will be my output. Same that input will be shown here. So in the month, let's say for the month of April, if my supplier in his GSTR1 has filed as RCM, then in my 3P, even in my output, it will show as RCM, liable for RCM, where I need to pay tax. And in the GSTR 3P table 4, it will show under this column. Automatically it will show if it is yes. Next, fourth one is input obtained from ISD. So what is this input service distributor? If there is a concept, something called as input service distributor. If they have filed, if I get a credit, then I'll get that. And last one is all other ITC. So these are the 5 types. Okay. So these are the 5 types which I have. I can claim. Next comes 4B. 4B is related to reversal. So what kind of reversal? There is only 2. One is reversal under rules 42, 43, 38 and section 17, subsection 5. Second one is others. Understand? So, what is this rule factor? Rule 42 is related to ITC reversal on exempt turnover. If I have an exempt turnover, I can't take full credit. I have to take only the proportional credit which is towards my taxable turnover. For example, session, which we did, we reversed few credits. And also with respect to any goods which is lost. Goods which is lost, which is anything will come under this rule. Next is rule 43. It is related to capital asset. ITC reversal. If I have any capital asset, those ITC I have to reverse. Then comes section 17, subsection 5. These are all ineligible. Reversal. If I have, that is with respect to goods lost or stolen or written off or given or disposed as gift or disposed as samples. So these many will come under this reversal above. Understanding? Read out in this rule 38. Rule 38 and keep it as is because of amalgamation. You don't want it. So these three more than enough. Read out till here. Now, while filing 3B, where and all my bill, every credit will come under all other ITC. Correct. Now, what will happen is till July 22, there were two things which are happening. Okay. Two things. One is GSTR 1. If a person has filed his GSTR 1, so what will happen? You have B2B sales minus credit notes. Correct? Then we have net ITC. So for it, net tax table. Correct? So auto population was not there in 3B. Right? One was filed. In 3B, I had to come and see my input credit, which is there in my 2B, key in those amounts, and then file my 3B. But after this, what has happened is they have tried to auto populate the numbers. What is there in 2B to 3B automatically. I need not sit and key the numbers. So what was happening is in all other ITC, only this B2B transaction used to hit. Okay, and credit note used to hit in others. Understand? After this, what they have done now is they bought something called as circular. There was one circular 14 bar 2022. There's no circular. They have revamped this now. Okay. What I did, there's something called as 4C. Next, I'll explain this, then I'll come back to the circular. Net ITC available. This is nothing but my 4A minus 4B. I get an amount here. This is all is required for my computation, which the ITC I use. They have issued one more column called 4D. This is only for disclosure purpose. This is only for disclosure purpose. There are what two things. One is okay, ITC reclaimed due to temporary reversal. And two is ITC ineligible due to 17.5 or POS rules. What is POS rules? Place of supply rules. These two. This is only for disclosure. I mean not, it won't impact my computation, but it has to be given. Okay. This is now 3B. If you go to your respective table 4 and C, you have 4 columns 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D. Understanding still there, no doubt. Now, what this circular says, earlier what used to happen, I told B2B was coming here and B2C, I mean, reverse credit note was coming here. Understanding that? Now, I'll ask you one question. When can I take ITC? When can I take ITC? What are the conditions to avail input tax? Basic conditions. Don't know. I'll tell you. First is you should have received your goods / service. First criteria. Second is invoice also should be received. Third, payment to be done within 180 days to supplier. So basically, these three conditions are required for me to take input tax credit. Now, what we have to do is in 2B, whatever the credit which we will get. Understanding what I'm saying? Do you lost? Have you lost in between? No. Whatever credit you are receiving, let's say in my GST or 2B for the month of April, I got, let's say, IGST, CGST, FGST, let's say 1,500, 500 in my 2B. Out of this, I have to see these conditions whether it satisfies or not. Earlier, what I used to do, let's say out of this only 300 satisfied, here 200 satisfied, here 200 satisfied. What I used to do, directly I go to all other ATC and I key in this number 300, 200, 200. That's what we were doing till now. Correct? Understanding? We'll see of my 2B. I'll say out of 10 transactions, 2 transactions, I don't have, either I will not have invoice, either I will not have received goods, or I wouldn't have made any payment for that within 180 days. What I'll do, I'll just key in these numbers to all other ATC. After this circular, actually, I should not do that. That is wrong. What I have to do is, I have to show the whole 1,500, 500 here only. And in others, I have to show the difference of that. Let's say here 700, that is 300, 300. This has to be reversed. So this is a temporary reversal. Temporary reversal. If in the next month I will get some amount, let's say out of this 700, I have received goods and I also received extent to, let's say, to the extent of 300. Then in the next month GST 3, we have to go to my ATC and add that 300, whatever, which I have received. Understanding? So now in the month of, let's say, next month, I would receive to the extent of, let's say, some 200, 100, 100. So what I do, I'll add in the month 2 as 200 for, it has its own months credits. So that I add here 100, 100, month 2, but and I have to give a disclosure here in 4D1 saying that I have reclaimed due to temporary reversal. Understanding? Why this was implemented? Because department was never understanding what the credit was. I would do all mathematical calculation because I would have taken this month, I would have reduced. Department will not know. That is why this disclosure has come. This is very important. Understanding? No. They had received something called, you have electronic credit ledger, where whatever I take here, it will hit my electronic credit ledger. Correct? So they have issued one statement, ECRRS, in the portal, in the GST portal. What they are saying is, from July 2017 till November 2023, from July 2017 till November 23, whatever you have reversed in ITC, that is 4B2, you would have reversed some credits, correct? Any kind for that matter. Now what they are saying, out of which, is there any reclaimable which we can claim? Have you done something which is reclaimable? You put in this statement as opening balance. whatever reversals you have done in the past, out of which, if there is any reclaimable ITC, you add it as an opening balance in this statement. Is what we need to do now. So that tomorrow is the due date. Any doubt in this? If you don't have, put it as 0 and file the statement. That's all. For all your claims, you have to see. Where we can find this statement? Have to log in. 990 is different. That is annually. This is for monthly. ಅದು ಬೇರೆ 990 ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಆನ್ಯುವಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಇದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಮಂತ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೀತಿನೇ ಅವ್ರು ಕೇಳೋದು. ಅದು ಹೆಂಗಂತಾರೆ ಅದು ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ITC ರಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಇದು ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೊಂದು ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ನಾ ಫೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಫೈಲ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ಸೆಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್. Everything which is there in 2B should be given here. So my 2B will be equal to 3B every month. There should not be any difference at all. The difference will come in reversals. So that is why I working with the opening balance. This system na tandiyaru. ಈ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ನ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ, ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕಿ ಅಂತ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಫ್ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಫೈಲ್ ದಿಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ಡ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನೋ ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. If I have, at least I have to file 0 as balance ಅಂತ. If I don't have, this is what I list is also like that. The check from July 17 to November 23. Zenly hogi, you can download VCR statement. After portal hogi VCR, just see which is reversed. Then you have to make out the reason why it is reversed. If it is not pertaining to anything which is reclaimable, it is okay. If any reclaimable ittu andre, have to show it as opening balance. Problem is, what is the problem? I tell you, nobody has followed this method from 2022 because it has come in 22 only. From 22 till today, nobody has given 100 minus 30. They have adjusted as 70 only, filed the return. So no need to give as opening balance. According to me, most of all the claims, it is 0 only. At least you have to file that. That's all. But going forward, your 3B should be like this. See how my output will match. 1 is equal to 3B every month. Even my 2B and should be equal to my 3B. That is what the intention is.
I have one small doubt. My books will speak. I have received an IGST of my books. As per books, it is IGST 1000. CGST, SGST 757.
Okay.
Physically, I have received the books.
And also you have received the
stock, I have received the invoice.
Okay.
What it happens when
he has not filed this one, let's say.
One person has not. Instead of 1000, 750, 750, what I will receive is 750, 500, 500.
Correct. Here.
2B ನನಗೆ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಿರೋದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ.
ಸೊ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಟು ದಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಒನ್ಲಿ. ಏನ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಐ ನೀಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದೇರ್. But there is one rule 36(4) which says that up to, if I don't have received goods, if I have received invoice but it is not reflecting, only 10% over and above what I have I can take, that is reduced to 5%. Over and above 5% ನಾನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಆಫ್ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಆ ತರ ಮೆಥಡಾಲಜಿ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, I can do that. If not, I will keep quiet. I let it be in the books. Whenever it reflects in my 2B, I will claim.
ಈಗ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ ತನಕ ಆ ತರ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
This method nobody would have followed. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಅಕ್ಟೋಬರ್ ತನಕ ಕೂಡ ಆಫ್ಸೆಟೆಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ.
ನಾನೇ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇ. See, earlier there was to that extent there was a circular also.
Correct.
If you are in receipt of the material and if you are in receipt of the invoice, then you are eligible. To that extent, there are a couple of high court cases, citations also, where you are eligible to take the input.
Correct. That is always been there.
Hangari, what my books was saying,
I would have taken.
I have taken.
Correct. Reversed also to the extent
till till October 23, this was followed. So post that ಈ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ from November, no, you have to
Correct.
go as per 2
This
week
is-
only,
Yes.
not beyond that.
Beyond that, only 5%.
10%, 10% ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನಾವು 5% ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಆ 5% ತಗೋ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋ, ಈಗ ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ
Adjust ಮಾಡಿ.
ಯಾವ್ದು ತಗೊಂಡೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಅದ್ ಬೇರೆ ಒಂದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅದ್ರ ಬದಲು ಏನಿದೆ ಅಷ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಡಂಪ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
Yes, now the purpose is this. Yes, okay. I'll see, let's take month 1. Month 1 in my 2B, ICS, I have received 1,500, 500. Okay, this is what is there in my 2B. Okay, out of this, let's say I have actually received goods or service and actually received invoice to the extent of only, let's say 600, 300, 300 in my books, which I have recorded. Understanding? So what I should do, what I was doing, simply key in the number says 600, 300, 300 here. Correct? That's what I was doing and filing the return. Now they say this is wrong. I should not do this. I have to show full 1,500, 500 and reverse to the extent of this. What is that? 400, 200, 200. I have to reverse. Understanding? Yeah. Here, 0.4B2. Yes, auto-populated it with that key in the numbers. But still, what I was doing, even though it will show, obviously it will show 1,500, 500. But what I was doing is I would take out the 1,000. I'll write only 400, 200, I mean 600, 300, 300. That is wrong. That I should not do. Let's say this was in month 1. Month 2, out of this 400, I got, let's say 200, 100, 100. What I do, month 2, I'll have some credit. Some credit. To that credit, I have to add in month 2 this 200, 100, and 100 and disclose the same in 4D1 that I have reclaimed. This is what is the circular. Now, because opening balance you have to bring, that's why we are adding this. According to me, it should be 0 for all our things because we have not claimed, we have not followed this method. We would have already like, taken everything. So it has to be 0 to file the same. Because what is happening now, every person is receiving something called as endorsement from the department. They're saying, you have reversed your credits, but you are not filed your return, you have not filed your return. Because of the compliance part, you have to file the return as 0. So all the things should be done today only. Won't take much than 10 minutes. If you go to login, there will be something called as ledger. Ledger, if you go, electronic credit ledger, reclaimable statement. In there, if you go, automatically we'll get the, components as IGST, CGST, SGST. If you have any opening balance, put those opening balance. If you don't have, just put a 0, file the same. That's it.